waiting for a twist. There wasn't one.
You can read it after me if you like.
No, thank you. My netball days are definitely over.
I thought mine were too. I'm struggling to remember the rules.
So you've joined the team. Playing with the cool kids. You're lucky.
Well, they needed a couple of extra players.
I heard. I wonder who else they've purged. I hope you're A grade and super fit. And I mean Olympic standard. If not, then...
There's a few extra dollars there for the short notice. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. See ya.
Bye.
Where'd you find that one?
She's an old school friend of Sophie's. JJ really likes her.
Yeah, she's awesome. We had a great old chat. Ask me anything about Zac Efron or the Jonas Brothers. I know it all.
Good. At least you got on.
What was she doing here? It's like you don't trust me with your son.
That's not true. I wouldn't have called her if I'd known you were going to be home.
All you had to do was ask.
Oh, so you didn't get my messages? I just thought you must have made other plans. That's what you said last night.
Last night, I was in a stroppy mood.
No kidding.
If you're waiting for an apology, so am I.
What?
I still can't believe you narked on me.
I am not going over this again.
You were looking out for Tanya.
I was trying to do my job.
Which always comes first. I should know that by now.
Where are you going?
I scored a graveyard shift at Central. What's funny?
I told someone today that you'd probably do a night shift to try and avoid me. I thought I was joking.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm doing it. It's not about paying the rent or this week's groceries. No, it's all about you, Maya. I just want to make you feel miserable. See you tomorrow.
I'm looking for the Tuvali file. Have you seen it? It's gone walkabout. Speaking of paper trails.
Hi. Hi.
Somebody has to tell her.
Well, and shatter her illusions about how perfect she's looking. I couldn't do that to her.
Oh, talk about team spirit.
If she tucks her netball skirt into her undies, I'll tell her, okay?
Brooke.
Thank you.
She could use someone like you following her around all day. You could mop the perspiration from her brow when she's embarrassing herself on the netball court. Ugh. You should see her. God forbid she actually gets her hair out of place when she's jumping for goal. Sorry, Gerald. I wouldn't be so catty if I thought that she was actually there to play.
What do you mean?
Well, you should have seen her face when TK didn't show up for practice. It was like, what's the point?
Hello, stranger. Almost didn't recognize you.
Henry, it's good to see you.
It's a better greeting than I got from your colleague here.
What, Wendy? Oh, she's usually so polite.
Starting to think you'd left us in the lurch.
Some more needed me. Now I'm all yours.
Have you been over?
I had to take some supplies to my outreach clinic and check up on the new dentist. Getting volunteers is one thing, making sure they don't treat it like a tropical holiday is something else.
You can afford to fly to Salmo, you can afford to pay your rent.
Oh. No, this is too much.
It's for next month as well.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
It's a lot to pay for temporary storage. So far, all that's in there is a box of files.
Any day now. And there's something I want to run past you guys. How would you feel if I took on some pro bono cases?
We've barely opened the doors.
And you want to build up your client base, I get it. But you'll never have a more loyal customer than the one you were good to in hard times.
He does have a point.
2 or 3 cases a week, that's all I'm talking about.
2 or 3 cases that won't be contributing to the coffers.
They won't be taking from them either. I'll set up a trust with my own money that'll cover supplies and my assistant's wages. I'm not asking you to do the same thing, but this is how I want to work. It's what I'm here for.
Computer is demanding 2 more nurses. At this rate, one of them's going to be me.
Again?
At least I had last night off.
Oh, and you're meant to be grateful for that. I wanted us to see a show tonight. I was this close to booking tickets.
You can still go.
By myself. Now, where is the fun in that?
You're right. Better off working.
No.
You'll have me for company.
No.
Please, I'll buy you a drink.
I don't respond well to bribes.
How do you respond to begging?
You didn't beg Kelly.
I'm not sleeping with her, am I?
You know there ought to be some perks to having the bosses you squeeze.
Can't think of any.
The things we do for love. Oh, I'm not judging. It's quite sweet, really. You know he's into golf as well. That might be more your style. Don't hate me. I'm not the one spreading the gossip.
And what gossip would that be?
Well, apparently the only reason you joined the netball team was to get closer to TK.
That is exactly why I said no when they asked me to join in the first place, because I knew that's what people would think.
So why did you change your mind?
Well, not because of TK.
Well, tell me. And then if anyone asks, I can set them straight.
Because I'm a big fat loser with no friends and I'm desperate for a social life, all right?
I know what that's like. That was me in high school.
Oh, do you mind? You are putting me off.
Boxing?
What?
If this whole netball thing doesn't work out, TK's into boxing as well.
Talofa?
Talofa. So this?
Henry's outreach clinic in Samoa. Now I know why he's been so slow to move into the practice. All his energy's been going over there.
You reckon?
Yeah, he said as much. I feel bad for hassling him for the rent now.
Why don't? Make sure you get it.
He paid it this morning, a month in advance too.
How'd he pay?
By cheque, why? I trust him. He's a friend of yours. And he's had this great new idea to do pro bono work at the clinic. He's setting up a trust. It's right back to grassroots. It's exactly the sort of stuff that I had in mind when we first started out. He's actually got me excited about it again.
That's Henry. Always got another scheme to divert attention from the last one.
Cynic?
Well, you'd be cynical too when that check bounces.
I'm going to make another cup of tea. Would you like one?
Thank you.
Read about the kids in Henry's village.
It's my village too, babe.
Yeah, I know. Just read it. It'll break your heart.